I wanted to come out on this porch and get a shot of a model with a backdrop of some sort behind her from this high. But the problem is I come out here and it's so blah, it's so uninspiring, and it's so cluttery. There's not a lot of angles to shoot from unless I'm going to shoot up against a wall, which I've done a number of shots like that, and I don't want one more of that. First of all, clear the space. I do that often when I go into situations. I think, what is not contributing to this image and how do I remove it? The next thing I'll do is I'll bring my model out and I'm just going to build to a shot. Perfection. All right, so it's location, it's going to be composition, it's going to be angling, and it's going to be aperture. But we'll step through that as we go, and I'll show you what I'm starting with and what I want to get to. Looking at this scene right here, shooting with the 24-70, not thinking about much other than I've already decluttered. I'm going to start with this shot and see what I have, and it is boring. Okay, she looks amazing, but the shot is boring. First and foremost, we're going to make sure we get some fill light on our beautiful subject, because it's not fair that she's so pretty and we can't see it. I love to shoot a lot with reflectors, but on a day like this, a couple things are making me think I want to use a light. First and foremost, I have an outlet nearby, and if I have an outlet nearby, I want to use a simple constant light if I can, which I will be doing. And number two is, even though it's not crazy windy right now, there's been a breeze coming in and picking up, and it's really tough to shoot when you're lighting with a reflector with wind. So I'm going to bring in a light, fill in the shadows, and make sure she pops in the foreground as well as getting that backdrop. And now I'm going to switch to a different lens from the 24-70 to a 105 prime, because this will allow me to drop my f-stop to a lower number or have a shallower depth of field. I also know that with the light added and a shallower depth of field, I can do two things. One is drop my ISO, and two is raise my shutter speed. That's good. That's doing a lot better for me. Here we go. Would you mind grabbing me like 5 pillows? Still gonna change my angle to get a little bit more of what I want here, but since I'm shooting at a really shallow depth of field, I don't have to worry so much about the guarding, especially since you're higher. And actually, I gotta tell you, I love the pillow look. So I'm gonna switch all the way down to like an F1.6. And I would lower my angle, but I kinda like how this is going. I like the wind in your hair. I like the building to the right of you. Now, go! We did it. You nailed it. It was perfect. It's amazing. In the end, we got the shot I was hoping for with the aid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pillows, a tall chair, and an awesome, awesome model. And we were able to elevate her literally, but also emotionally, to get this great image with a very shallow depth of field. We were at F1.6, I think, when we were all said and done. And very well lit, completely different image from where we started from. And the before and after is pretty striking. So take a bow, darling. Okay, rooftop shoot is done. It came out so much better than what I saw when I walked out there, which makes me happy. And now I want to do some editing. When I look at this image, what I see is a lot that I like. I probably want a bit more of a bluer sky. That was a lot of gray, that I was able to get some of that blue look because of how I was front lighting her and exposing overall. But I want some more of the blue in the sky. I want a little bit of a deeper pop to this image, but I want to retain that softness. And the blues I like because she's got the denim jacket. There's the blue in the background. So let me just get started. Because it is a portrait, I'm going to start with skin retouch. I just have to do subtle. I always check the skin color selected. In this case, it looks good. Then I'm going to go to color enhancer, which is a really powerful tool for controlling the tones, the color tones in an image. Because I'm interested in that sky, I'm going to go right down here to sky. Yes, sky is great. I'm going to click on sky. I'm going to reduce the vibrance on her skin. And then I'm going to go to the all-purpose tone enhancer, mostly because I want to deepen the blacks. That's what I'm looking for here. Yeah, that looks great. Probably about that. I'm going to then pop over to the photo filter. The photo filter is just a very useful tool. That's not what I'm looking for. Probably going to go back with the skylight. Let me find it. Skylight. Yeah, skylight looks great. Probably tone that down just a little bit. That's nothing. That's all of it. Probably around here. Yeah. So much of this is to taste. I don't necessarily have a number I'm going for. I'll just look at the image in front of me and kind of add a little salt, add a little pepper. And then looking at this image overall, I really like it. I think I would just add a vignette to kind of pull the focus in a little bit more. And my favorite one is Big Softy. Yeah, there you are. Big Softy. Bring that down just a bit. I don't necessarily need all of that. And this looks great. I love this because it's got a lot of those blues. It's a cooler toned image. Not every color image I want to finish at exactly the color neutral tone. I like a little bit of cooler images. I like warmer images. I think this works well across. And if I'm looking at the preview, this is where I started. A little gray, a little bland, and this is where I landed. Again, these wonderful cool tones, a lot of pop, and this beautiful, soft, sweet girl. All right, that's it. I'm done.